Just got back from playing 2 hours of basketball at the rec, and I saw Zach Klien, a local journalist in the Atlanta area, put out a bold tweet. He said, in talking with multiple sources around the NBA, many believe the Hawks are on the verge of trading for San Antonio All-Star guard Dejounte Murray. However, it does not look like John Collins is a part of that deal. It will be Danilo Gallinari, because as you guys are aware, he's due $21 million, but only $5 million of it's guaranteed. So Spurs would save $16 million by cutting him, and multiple first-round picks. So Danilo Gallinari and multiple first-round picks. Spurs prepping for future and 23 draft. So they wanted a Drew Holiday trade, and I expect them right here to send them Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks for Dejounte Murray. Trae Young, Dejounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella. That's a defensive team. Kevin Huerter and Bogdan off the bench. Ooh, baby. And AJ Griffin now? And the other thing is, bring back DeLon, right? You got a backup point guard. You got a backup shooting guard. You got a backup small forward. You got a backup power forward, hopefully, in Jalen Johnson. Backup center, Onyeka Okongwu. That's a 6 seed at least right there. 6 seed at least. I think it could arguably be a top 5 if you see how the remainder of the roster. And people forget, Dejounte Murray's on a cheap deal. We're talking cheap, baby. Like, really cheap. In terms of cheap, like, he's making under $20 million a year. Cheap. For, I think, this season and next season. Yeah, he makes 16.5 this coming year and 17.7. He is extension eligible. But, yeah, so, little thing. And, yeah, so I'm just saying. And basically, also, Dejounte Murray's contract extension calls for him to make an extra $500,000 every season when he has a true shooting percentage above 58%, according to John Hollinger. Also, you can get another extra $500,000 for making 125 plus threes in a season or being selected to an all-defensive team. Kind of cool. Whoever designed that contract did a great job. So it could bounce up basically $2 million extra every year. So it could be $18 million this coming season and $19 the following year if he hits those incentives, which those incentives aren't bad. And like, they're not unlikely. They're like easily achievable incentives. And for me, Dejounte Murray, I love him. Am I Spurs faithful? I know this isn't what you guys wanted. Nobody wanted this, okay? Because really, I love Dejounte Murray, and I know many of you do too. So it does leave me somewhat flabbergasted on how this is going down, basically. So I am curious, genuinely, about how the fit's going to go. Because both Trae Young and Dejounte Murray are ball dominant, while Dejounte Murray has had experience playing off ball in his early seasons with the Spurs when he wasn't the main offensive guy. While Trae Young needs the ball. Trae Young's a better passer than Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray's a really good passer, but I think Trae Young has that passing ability of a top 5 point guard. I think Dejounte Murray has the passing ability of a top 10 point guard. Dejounte Murray is arguably the best defensive point guard. So I assume Dejounte, because of his size, will play shooting guard. And you put point guard Trae Young because he's arguably one of the best pick and roll ball handlers in the NBA currently. So just thinking about the fit, Dejounte would have to play more off ball. Because if I'm Nate McMillan and if I'm the Hawks, I still want Trae Young to run the offense, to run the show. Have Dejounte take on more of a scoring and defensive responsibility. Tell him he doesn't have to play make for others. And he has the size to be a shooting guard. Correct me if I'm wrong. 6'5", right? Dejounte Murray's 6'5". I feel like an idiot if I'm wrong. He's 6'4", okay? But he can play. Dejounte Murray, let's see his wingspan. I'm pretty sure he has like a 6'10 wingspan, right? Wingspan, yeah. 6'10 wingspan, that's what I thought. Yeah, he's 6'4", almost 6'5", with 6'10 wingspan. I know he's a little skinny, being about 180 pounds, but I like it. And if you have worries, what about the 3-point shots? Look, I think he's going to be fine. Because if you guys look, every single season look, in 2016, I know he didn't take many threes. He shot 39%. He's a career 33% three-point shooter. Past 2 years, he shot about 33%. But in 2019, his first year when he really started to assume the role as the point guard, he shot 37% again on low attempts. And I feel you have to understand that Dejounte Murray, the year that he shot, 39%, his rookie year, he was taking 0.6 at 3, but he was taking about 2 3-pointers a game in San Antonio in that 2019-2020 season where he was basically the starter. And also, people forget that he tore his ACL. Like, people completely forget in 2018-2019 he did not play because of a torn ACL. So this is, yes, going to be his 7th season, but technically it's his 6th season. 3rd season, really, since he's broken out. 4th season since he's broken out. Let me hear you.